Good morning, I'm Jennifer Seger and welcome back to my channel, The Seger Stories. We are on day 2 of our Disney World vacation. Today we are headed to Hollywood Studios. I got my Stormtrooper attire on. We are super excited that we got into a Rise of the Resistance boarding group. This is the third to last day that they are still doing boarding groups. Hold on, my lens is, whoa, really fogging over here. Okay, that's much better. So they are doing boarding groups through Thursday. We're here, this is Monday of our trip. On our last day, that is when it goes to a standby line. So we were thinking if we didn't get in the queue today, that's okay because we have a standby on standby. But we did get in, we should be boarding around noon and we're heading over to Hollywood Studios for rope drop. Oh, snap. Here we go. Okay, a quick note on the Skyliner stations because they are a fairly recent addition to Disney transportation options, and because of resort closures due to COVID, we actually got moved to Caribbean Beach Resort, and this resort is huge. It is one of the largest resorts in Disney World, and because it's so sprawling, it actually has access to 2 Skyliner stations. So the resort is broken down into 6 different island named villages, and we called ahead of our trip and made a request to stay in the Aruba area, which are the pink buildings below. Aruba is located next to the Riviera Resort, which has its own Skyliner station. So for us, it was just a short walk to the Riviera station, and that has a Skyliner that will take you directly to Epcot. However, to get to Hollywood Studios, we needed to take the Skyliner from the Riviera Skyliner station to the Caribbean Beach Skyliner station. And from there, we transferred to the Skyliner that would then take us over to Hollywood Studios. So the Caribbean Beach Resort Skyliner station is located closest to Jamaica. And I hope this helps if you are planning a trip because it's something that was a little confusing as we were planning ours and it took a bit of research to figure out what was what. You may also want to note that there is a Joffrey's Coffee station at the Caribbean Beach Resort station. So that might impact your decision as well on which location is best for you. We made it to Hollywood Studios. We took the Skyliner over. It was gorgeous and we are rope dropping. We're gonna try to get into Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway this morning. Okay, we are heading in. We've been in line for about 30 minutes, so quick wait.
Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the park. Hey, Mick and Minnie. You're taking good care of our thing. The park's filled with me. What could possibly go wrong?
We just rope dropped Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I don't know why I have trouble saying that. And that ride was so cute. It was super adorable and you just felt like you were in a cartoon. I didn't film too much of it because I just wanted to really enjoy the ride. But afterwards, we actually got out of the line before 9 a.m. or out of the ride before 9 a.m. So it is 9 a.m. now and we'd mobile ordered while we were in line for the attraction a Ronto Roaster breakfast wrap, or a Ronto breakfast wrap, I should say, at Ronto Roasters in Galaxy's Edge. So we walked over right away. We were blown away. The theming is just unheard of, and this is such a cool place. They actually have people roasting the Rontos as we came in, and mobile order was awesome. It was just ready to pick up. We checked in and they made the order fresh, so we're gonna dig in and have some breakfast. Nate and I are sharing. This is the Ronto Roaster breakfast, so it's like a pita or naan or something and an egg. Looks like a sauce, cheese, and this just looks so amazing. I cannot wait to dig in. You want to have a bite, Nate? Yep. Take a. He's just going for it. How is it? Good? Mm-hmm. Nice. So we're gonna dig in and have some breakfast and explore Galaxy's Edge. like really amazing. We just saw Chewbacca and Rey. She did not like my shirt, but I told her I was poking fun at them, so that I was on her side. So it's all good in the end. We just ran into some store troopers. They didn't have anything to say about my shirt over there. Anyway, we just stopped. Our Ronto roaster was excellent, and we just stopped to get blue milk. You want to try it first? Yeah. Blue milk. Blue and green, and they say the green is a little more earthy. The blue, it's like coconut milk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a smoothie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is really good. I really like that.
Pretty good.
You guys, I just recommend for everybody to come here if you can. We ran into a couple yesterday that wasn't sure if they were gonna come and do this, and they just didn't know if there was anything outside the Magic Kingdom. I'm like, really? Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna try to go on Smuggler's Run. There's about a 20-minute wait, and I think this is the ride where you pilot the Millennium Falcon. Like you're either a captain or a gunner, like everybody has a job. So this is the Millennium Falcon. This is just so cool. Like I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan. Like we've seen all the movies and I really enjoyed them. I used to watch the originals when I was little, but I just can't get over how cool this is. I'm getting all teary and everything. We are in the queue for Smuggler's Run. I'm just blown away by all the detail. I mean, the lines are moving pretty quickly. There's only about a 30-minute wait here, but I wish it was longer so we had time to take all of this in. And look at the droids. We're about to board the ship, but look at this view of all the detail on the Millennium Falcon. Amazing.
Hello, my friends. I am Paulo Onaka, and this is Onaka Transport Solutions. Today, I am offering the opportunity of a lifetime. I need flight crews to transport this valuable merchandise across the galaxy. Pilots to navigate, engineers to operate the ship, and gunners to defend the shipments. And that is where you come in.
We're still over in Galaxy's Edge. So we are still over in Galaxy's Edge. I'm still so blown away by the theming and the everything. And we went on Smuggler's Run, which, if you're not familiar, it's like you're on the Millennium Falcon and you've been hired to carry a cargo. So there's teams of 6 that get loaded into a ship, and there are 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. I have no idea what the engineers do. The gunners obviously shoot. And Nate and I were actually pilots. So we were in the front of the ship, and he was controlling right and left, and I was controlling up and down. And I actually got to like pull the handle to put us into light speed. So it did like the thing where the stars all, come into like straight lines, light speed, like in Star Wars. It was a lot cooler than I was expecting. Kind of didn't even plan it, but we were really lucky that we got to be pilots. The only thing is I wasn't expecting to feel the drops and go through the everything. So we both kind of got a little bit motion sick. So we are just hanging out now. We got this Sprite. They don't sell anything like regular things because it's a totally immersive world. So this kind of strange looking bottle with the writing on it is a Sprite. But we're just kind of sitting, hanging out and enjoying some of the ambiance. There's stormtroopers out here. Again, we've seen them in multiple locations. We stopped and did a couple of photo pass locations, which were cool. They have those around the park, but everything's just been so cool, including the queue to Smuggler's Run. We were in that for about 20 minutes because it was right when the parks were opening, and it jumped up to 50 minutes right after we got in the queue, but we only waited about 20 minutes. And just the theming, everything, it's so immersive, just really cool. I think we're gonna just spend some time relaxing and taking it all in. And we still want to go over and do like Toy Story Land here at Hollywood Studios, but we decided to not rush over there and then have to rush back for our boarding group. So we're just hanging out and taking it all in. We left Galaxy's Edge to check out Sunset Boulevard and ran into a cavalcade. Hi, Minnie! Hi, Donald! Hey, Mickey! We've still got about an hour before our boarding group, so we're just exploring and gonna go see the Muppets. And Mickey and Minnie also have a little movie short, Vacation Fun, so we're gonna try to soak up some more of the AC. We're just getting out of the Mickey and Minnie movie short, which was adorable, and we ran right into the Pixar cavalcade. We are making our way back into Galaxy's Edge. We are in the queue for Rise of the Resistance. Our boarding group was called and we were able to get right in. So we're just walking through yet another amazing and very detail-oriented queue. I mean, this is just amazing. Everything that they have set aside, all of the different parts for the ships. I don't even know what is all in here, but it is just absolutely amazing to see all of this, and I'm so excited for this attraction.
Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batuu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Just stopped at Baseline Tap House and we got a couple wild strawberry lemonades and a Bavarian pretzel. It comes with mustard, but we got 2 sides of cheese, and then we got this charcuterie board that looks so delicious with just a bunch of meats, cheeses, and that looks like a spicy mustard there. So it is a late lunch. Oh, and a couple waters Nate just brought over. It is a late lunch because it is almost 3 o'clock. Actually, no, I have no idea what time it is. It's like 2 o'clock. But we had our lunch mobile order ready at Woody's Lunchbox over in Toy Story Land to pick up, and it ended up being the exact time that our Rise of the Resistance boarding group was called. So we were foregoing those lunch plans because we could push them back really late, but nothing right now, and we are like super hungry now. But we got done with Rise of the Resistance, and oh my gosh, what did you think?
Awesome.
It was really amazing. Like, if you're not familiar with the ride, so it's like a whole simulation. Like, you get put on the ship, you're going to the Rebel base, and then you pulled in by a tractor beam. You're pulled in to the First Order ship, and then you're on that ship, and Kylo Ren is, I mean, they bring you in to like process you and interrogate you in these different lines, and then the Resistance comes and rescues you. And I'm explaining it probably pretty poorly. There's a lot of information out there. And I didn't do too much filming because we were just so enjoying being on the ride, and I didn't want to miss out from it because it was really, very cool. But we're having a great day. It is hot.
Very hot.
I mean, like, my clothes are stuck to me hot. So we are kind of keeping an eye on Toy Story Land line rides. Everything is like insane. We're wondering if people are going to start clearing out like around 3-ish after we get an eating. We might just take off from this park and try to do it again another day, because rope dropping Mickey and Minnie's worked out really well today. So if we could rope drop Slinky Dog, that might be better. But oh, we are having so much fun. I feel like my cheeks hurt from smiling. today, and it's just been so cool. I got actually a little teary even on Rise of the Resistance, just because we've been looking forward to that for so long, and it was just the coolest thing. It was like being in a movie, so we're just having the best day ever. We're gonna dig in though and have some lunch. We made it over to Toy Story Land. We've been checking the times. Slinky Dog Dash is the roller coaster in Toy Story Land, and it still has a 70-minute wait. We haven't seen it drop all day. And we just decided that we knew we wouldn't maybe get to everything on this trip, so we're not going to try it. We just wanted to walk over and see Toy Story Land. Look at the cooties on the restroom. I mean, everything here is so immersive and amazing, and the theming is just, I mean, it's beyond. It's really quite something to see. So I'm excited to just kind of walk through and take it all in, but we know that we are tired. We want to still go maybe over to Epcot this evening, so we're gonna just walk through and check out. Oh my gosh, look at the little camper in the back, like a Fisher-Price play camper. That's so cute. Anyway, we're just gonna walk around and take this all in and enjoy what we can enjoy, and then head back to the hotel and rest for a little bit before the evening. It is about sunny. It's sunny. It's 6 o'clock. 5:30. Is it 5:30? Something like that. We had a nice rest at the hotel and took the Skyliner over to, where are we? Epcot. It's been a really long day. We're kind of tired, but we're kind of re-energized just being here. I took a shower. It felt great, freshened up. And we just walked into International Gateway, and I found maple popcorn in the Canada Pavilion. So good. I love maple. I'm like obsessed with it. We're gonna do a couple of attractions, and then it is the International Food and Wine Festival. So we're gonna find some maps and do a little digging around and see what kind of yummy food we can find here. So super excited to have the evening at Epcot. We might, if we're feeling up to it, finish up and watch the fireworks, because Epcot Forever is closing on September 28th, so we just have a few more days to take advantage of that. So we didn't get even out of Canada before we found the first thing from the Food and Wine Festival that we needed to get. This is poutine with boursin cheese from the Canada Pavilion. It looks amazing right now.
A lot of cheese.
How is it? So I was gonna mention too about the popcorn that I bought, because I got it in this cute little souvenir bucket, and it was more expensive. It was like $12 for that, or it would have been $6 just for the popcorn in like a paper bag or cardboard container. But when you get the souvenir bucket, you can refill it for the entire length of your stay for $2. So I am gonna try it out this week, and hopefully, I don't know, I want to eat more things here, but I already ate like a quarter bucket of the popcorn, so I'm scared that I'm gonna get full on popcorn and then not be able to have other things later. But that's my plan. So we are just wrapping up with this. I think we're gonna go try to ride Soarin' and Living with the Land closed?
Temporarily closed.
Well, we're gonna go try to ride Soarin' because it's got a pretty low wait time, and maybe Living with the Land if it reopens, and then just kind of explore some of World Showcase. What's kind of nice being here without much of an agenda, we have a couple other days planned to be at Epcot, so including tomorrow, I think, all day. So we don't really have much that we quote unquote need to do tonight. It's just kind of fun to explore a little bit. Soarin' is a complete walk-on right now. It says 10 minutes, but I doubt we're waiting 10 minutes.
Carry-on items in the under-seat compartment.
To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world.
Miracle fruit. The more you eat, the more you do. Wait, that's musical fruit. Okay.
When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the sea globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the one you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. And millet plus rice account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world.
So we just knocked off. Hey! We just knocked off 2 attractions. We did Living with the Land, which is always fun, and then Soarin', which I am happy to report you can still smell the smells with a mask on. That was something that I was curious about and didn't know if you would be able to, but you still get the wonderful, I think it's jasmine, I don't know what it is, but I love the Taj Mahal scent, I remember that. And now we're off, I think, to find a little bit more food. I wouldn't be mad at. It got dark out and it's looking so pretty, except all of this construction. I feel like I can't wait to plan our next trip to see how Epcot turns out after all of this, because there are a lot of things still coming, like the Moana experience, and just a ton of changes still on the way in Future World, so that'll be exciting. So we found some more food. This is the crispy pig ear salad from the Swanky Saucy Swine, and it looks amazing. We are over in the France Pavilion to get some ice cream. Everything looks so good, but honestly, I don't think I can eat ice cream after all the popcorn I had. The pig ear salad, not my favorite thing, but Nate's gonna get something. This is just so cute. And everything looks amazingly delicious. This is one of the really sad times that I'm not hungry, but it looks so good. Okay, it is unflattering light o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, the dark circles are starting. Super tired, but we had just a wonderful, wonderful day today. It's so funny because Nate and I were walking home and he kept talking about things that happened this morning and kept saying yesterday, and I was agreeing, and then I was like, wait, that was today. And he's like, well, you changed clothes. I'm like, no, I get it. Totally feels like 2 separate days. We had just such a wonderful time in Hollywood Studios. We spent most of our time in Galaxy's Edge because I'm not even the world's biggest Star Wars fan. I mean, like, far from it. And it's so immersive, and the attention to detail, you can just stand and stare forever and just notice all of these things, all the thought and care and attention they put into things. But it was neat just being in the land. And then we did head back to our hotel this afternoon. I bought my first Disney souvenir today. It is so cute. These are the mugs that you can buy in the resorts, and they're kind of expensive. They're $19.95, but they come with unlimited refills at the resorts. So we were struggling when we were getting back. Like last night, we were super thirsty. The Florida water is living up to its hype. We had some mix-ins that we put in, but it just wasn't getting cold. And we were wishing we'd have done something in the way of water, or just to have like a beverage when you get back to your room. So we went over to the gift shop and picked these up when we got back from the parks tonight. We just filled them. I actually have filled mine twice since we got back, because while Nate was making his decision, I guzzled like some Powerade, and now I have just some ice water. So these are really cool. They have the same technology as your Magic Band. So just like a little, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a radio frequency thing that when your cup is sitting under there, they know that you've paid and that this is a mug that you can get unlimited refills. So you can't just, they have these freestyle Coke machines around. There's actually one in the building next to ours, and I think there's 4 in our resort total. So if we weren't so close to one, I don't know if I would have wanted to sign up either, but basically you can get them filled through the stay of your trip. They are lighter weight, so we're thinking we might take them into the park tomorrow. And then we thought for our upcoming cruise, because this is, of course, a land and sea trip, so we were just at the parks before we get on our cruise ship, that they might be kind of handy for some of that as well. So excited that we bought those. It was kind of our first purchase, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of cute stuff. Tonight, we were lucky enough to get over to Epcot. We rode Soarin' and Living with the Land were the only 2 attractions that we went on, but we did a good walk around World Showcase, and we tried a couple things for the Food and Wine Festival. The poutine with boursin cheese was absolutely amazing. We did stop at something Swanky Swine. I can't quite remember the name of it. We stopped there and they had this pork ear salad, and I had been reading about it online and people were saying it was really, really good. It kind of had a tomatillo salsa and it was pork rinds. 2 things that I've never really had before, and surprisingly, the pork rinds for me was the more palatable of the 2. I was just not a fan of the tomatillo. It just gets really sour, and I know some people absolutely love that. It just wasn't for me, so I didn't eat too much of that, but don't feel too bad for me because I had the popcorn from the Canada Pavilion, the maple popcorn. And yeah, I finished that off. So I'm gonna take my empty bucket with me into the parks tomorrow and see if I can find a fun way to refill that. We had so much fun just walking around the showcase. Nate stopped and got some ice cream from L'Artisan des Glaces. I'm sure I said that wrong, but it's in the France Pavilion. They had really good flavors. Everything looked delicious, but it was just too much. Like, I'd eaten a whole bucket of popcorn. So hopefully we'll get a chance to go back there on our trip. So right as we were coming out of the France Pavilion, actually, that's when fireworks show was starting. We actually heard the announcement, so we scrambled to find a spot, and I'm not sure that we had the best vantage point. There was like, I know that you're never gonna get the perfect place, but there was like a lamppost and a tree. We caught the show. I mean, it was beautiful. I have to say that it's just not as amazing as the projections on the castle and the music, but because this is just been, or has just been, an interim show, Harmonious is starting, I believe, on the 29th, and this show is only running until the 28th and has only been around like 1 or 2 years. I can't remember when they closed the last show and brought Forever. And I mean, they're clearly ready for Harmonious. They've got the barges and the water and everything ready to go. So I know people are excited to see that show, but we'll be saying goodbye to Epcot Forever. And I've heard from people that they really do like it. So maybe because we have some other days that we're planning to be at Epcot, we can take that in as well. So, that is a really long recap of today. Like I said, it's been a really long but wonderful, wonderful day. So we really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed following along. If you did, please click that like button below and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We've got 3 more days left here in Disney after today, and then we've got 3 days on a cruise. So lots more Disney coming to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.